Doc, can isotretinoin treat sebaceous gland hyperplasia? So, yung sebaceous gland hyperplasia, guys, no, is a condition wherein lumalaki po yung mga sebaceous glands natin, and this actually appears on our skin as small yellowish papules, especially sa nose area, central parts of our face. And yes, no, isotretinoin has been shown to be effective in treating sebaceous gland. So, nagwo-work siya by reducing the size and the activity of your sebaceous gland. So, in terms of clinical evidence po na nagwo-work na talaga yung isotretinoin to treat sebaceous gland hyperplasia. So, may isang clinical study of 20 individuals with sebaceous gland hyperplasia and treat sila with isotretinoin. Binigyan sila ng 1 milligram per kilogram per day. And for 2 months of that treatment, from an average of 24 sebaceous gland hyperplasia lesion per patient, naging 2 na lang po siya. And also, after 4 years from that treatment, yung average pa rin po ng sebaceous gland hyperplasia lesion per patient is around 4. So, that particular study showed na may effect nga yung isotretinoin sa sebaceous gland hyperplasia and sustained yung results or improvement of their sebaceous gland hyperplasia as treated with isotretinoin. And meron ding isang case report ng 57-year-old patient na ang dami niyang sebaceous gland hyperplasia and treatment resistant. Ibig sabihin, ang dami niyang ginawa for her sebaceous gland hyperplasia and hindi nag-respond na nag-improve significantly with isotretinoin intake. So, if I'm going to treat my patients with sebaceous gland hyperplasia, I will usually give it to them at 1 milligram per kilogram per day. But I usually tell the patients, guys, for sebaceous gland hyperplasia, combination therapy pa din is the best than like a singular or like a single therapy. So, isotretinoin, you can also use topical retinoids and also procedures like your Agnes for sebaceous gland hyperplasia. But we need to understand, some individuals kasi yung sebaceous gland hyperplasia nila may genetic component to it. And some people, as we age talaga, mas prone talaga tayo to develop sebaceous gland hyperplasia. Lalo na if parati nasa arawan, exposed tayo parati sa init, that can actually accelerate the abnormal growth of our sebaceous gland. Since na-mention ko na meron siyang possible genetic component and also part siya ng aging for some individuals, then possible din po ang recurrences. So, hindi ibig sabihin na wala na siya on a certain era after treatment, ay hindi na po siya babalik. So, may chances pa rin talaga siya of recurrences. Kaya to decrease the risk of recurrences and to decrease the chance of newer lesions from popping out, kailangan po natin i-maintain ang ating mga topicals, especially po yung ating mga topical retinoids. The one I give my patient is the retinol 1% difenhydramine. Kasi guys, yung mga topical retinoids, studies show that it can actually decrease the size of your sebaceous glands and their activity as well. And also guys, the most important, if you are suspecting sebaceous gland hyperplasia on your nose, it usually appears like a skin-colored bump sometimes. And there are different lesions that can appear looking like your sebaceous gland hyperplasia. So it might be xanthogranuloma, it might be trichoepithelioma, it might be angiofibroma. So maraming possible lesions that can appear or mimic your sebaceous gland hyperplasia. Kaya, it's very important for you to get diagnosed by your board-certified dermatologist properly para tama ang treatment na mabigay sa inyo. Para hindi po tayo pabalik-balik and hindi po tayo mag-aksaya ng resources. Alright guys, for more acne tips, follow me and Basta Acne DMD. Bye!